When I was a beginner astronomer, I began just like anyone else, not knowing much about the stars, or even where to begin. I started with one of the easiest and most detailed objects in the night sky. Our moon. At this point in my career, I did not have any dedicated astronomy equipment, nor did I have any intentions of purchasing anything, so I did the next best thing. I began to photograph what I could with a cell phone, zooming in to view whatever details stood out against the grainy, low-resolution image. Here is a copy of the previous image, zoomed in approximately 750 times. My images were less than ideal and provided very few discernible details regarding the lunar surface. The main problem with photographing the surface of the moon is that it reflects much more light than most people are expecting, and as such, my photos looked more like a bright white dot atop a black background. Lunar filters were developed for this exact reason, and I cannot stress enough how useful they have been regarding any and all forms of astroviewing and photography. In comparison, here is an image from NASA's Apollo 11 flight of the moon's surface with a background of Earth. Notice the surface changes that occur between the craters, as if every inch of the moon has been bombarded by space debris of various sizes. My goal as a beginner astronomer was to obtain a fairly detailed image of the surface of our moon, while also identifying objects within our solar system. As I researched the various telescopes, I began to fall into the trap of wanting to purchase a bigger and bigger telescope. Eventually, after days of reviewing various budget telescopes, I settled on the heaviest optic I could reasonably carry alone, the Orion XT8. When I first made the purchase, I told myself the most important factor to consider is a reasonably priced, quality optic that I could continue to use for years. I wanted a large aperture to let in as much light as possible, and I knew that most, if not all of my viewing was to take place in my backyard, or just outside my car, hence, weight was not much of an issue. The telescope came with a Dobsonian mount and a 25mm plus eyepiece, which allowed me to view the moon at 48x magnification, and even allowed enough detail to spot the Galilean moons and the rings of Saturn. At this point, I probably sound like a bad infomercial, but I honestly cannot express how satisfied I am with this product. I had very little expectations, and seeing everything with as much detail as possible was truly inspiring. Not only could I see deep sky objects, but I could also notice specific details on the surface of our planets. I would list cons about the telescope, but honestly they are so few that I cannot bring myself to mention these issues. All of the cons are reasons why telescopes and their accessories can cost tens of thousands of dollars or pounds, and can only truly be identified as issues if you are a professional astronomer or a professional photographer. I highly recommend this telescope to anyone looking for an economically priced optic that is capable of viewing nearly anything in our observable universe and can later be upgraded with a computer-guided mount. There you have it, my first impressions with the Orion XT8. If you enjoyed the video, and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website at betelgeuseback.com for more interesting space and astronomy videos. Also, if you have any suggestions or comments, let me know in the comments section down below.